And then my computer.
I got a GameStop gift card.
Ooh, that's the one I told you to save for the Colors remaster.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna buy Pokemon Snap or some shit.
No, that's like a $30 game for $60. All right, never mind. Not the time or the place. What is the time and place right here is... Oh, God, he might be dead already. Ooh, one more hit would have done it right there. Mr. E going up against OscarTakesSOULS, the Lucina to watch, ladies and gentlemen. You know him, you love him, the New York household name. Going up against OscarTakesSOULS here in the Ganondorf in winner's quarters. Not normally where you see a Ganondorf, but here they are, like, up here to do their thing. OscarTakesSOULS, here to take names, and here to take souls, Koopa.
I wonder if this is Rickles' ghost playing while also Tio in the tournament.
He would be the one who would be able to multitask that hard.
I believe him. Oh, that's a dead Ganondorf.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Survey says the letter of the day is D for dead, as OscarTakesSOULS is without an avenue back to the lead right there. Mr. E putting on a clinic right there in our first stock. Again, you know, this matchup, I imagine, isn't very fun for Ganondorf. You know, obviously, Lucina moves very quickly, has a destroyed hitbox, and can edge guard very effortlessly. But Ganon is still Ganon, and he can do that. Up smash will take that stock, and Oscar gets back into the thick of things here.
Two strikes left, and the Ganondorf family gets to steal right there with the up smash stock. That's another thing, man. I don't care how... It doesn't matter what character you play. I mean, for the most part, you know, your character probably beats Ganondorf in terms of, like, you know, a literal matchup spread. But it doesn't matter what character you play. If you're pressing too many buttons in the face of Ganondorf, it's a Ganondorf player. They're eventually just gonna go for a hard read with a smash attack because that's how they do things. Like, there you go. You press too many buttons in the face. Like it's like Luigi players. They want one thing, and it's absolutely disgusting. You know what Ganondorf players want, and already, it's only been about a minute into this game, or 2 minutes into this game so far, Koopa, but Mr. E is already playing this matchup quite well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these are definitely the matchups you want to be studied against. You know, any sort of character on matchup chart where your character wins like +2, or however they might put it, you definitely want to be polished on these matchups for sure. And this is one where I imagine Lucina obviously does very well, and it's showing in Mr. E's ability to edge guard and ledge trap right now.
You definitely don't need any projectiles to deal with a character of this nature for sure, but the reversal? No, saving the jump. Smart stuff from Mr. E right there, knowing not to press too many buttons off the level against Ganondorf, because one strong hit might not kill you, but it might send you far enough to the point where if you are that far without a jump, it will wind up doing something dirty for you, and getting gimped by Ganondorf is not the best feeling in the universe, and losing game ones is not the best feeling in the universe either. So Mr. E, good stuff taking the first game over OscarTakesSOULS right there, ensuring that his soul is safe, at least for that first game.
Yeah, no, excellent stuff right there for Mr. E again, and you saw it from beginning to end, you know, right at the gate. Mr. E wasted no time putting OscarTakesSOULS into the trash can and off stage right there. You know, we're seeing some of the highlights here. You know, unfortunately for Oscar, you're gonna have to burn your resources very earlier than most other characters would have to, as Ganondorf, a character with a pretty mediocre recovery. So, you know, unfortunately for him, just up Esports Creek too many times without the paddle. So
mediocre. It is. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's very linear. I mean, don't get me wrong. Huge grab hitbox right there. So if you're like in front of him, unless you got a sword or something and you can swing from a distance, you're getting bear hugged from the front. However, if you're able to beat him out to the punch beforehand, like a lot of my friends are, I'm coming for you guys. We got those vaccines. I'm coming for you with those bear hugs. All right, I'm gonna Ganondorf uppy all of you in real life. You're next, Koopa.
Boy, I'm terrified.
Yeah, no, you're not. And no, you're looking forward to it. Point is, he's got a very exploitable recovery, and Mr. E is quite the expert at ledge trapping. That's what it stands for, Mr. Expert at ledge trapping. That's what that stands for, all right? Point is, Ganondorf's got a very exploitable recovery, and Mr. E gimps characters with much better recoveries than his on the regular. So Ganondorf, I mean, if he puts himself off the level in the wrong spot, I mean, it's just going to be a dead Ganondorf every time, so... But it's so hard on stage at the same time, you know, because Ganondorf just relies on reads every now and again, man. This is why people say that despite all the buffs he received, he's still not among the better characters in this game, as the saying goes.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough pull for Ganondorf. I definitely think that he's got tools. You've seen it. Not just again Oscar making it this far in the tournament, but you've seen it with other Ganondorf players like like Rickles and the like that come to mind, who've been able to put in work offline with this character. So again, not all characters are created equal, unfortunately. No matter how well despite how good your moveset might have been improved and such. So Gan is definitely a high execution level character, but we'll see if this change of scenery makes a difference here for Oscar.
Yeah, we'll see if it does. It's very interesting notion as though that might have eaten the jump right there, and it does. That's what I'm talking about, man. Ganondorf off the level without a jump, dealing with a disjoint like that, it's just no fun. Among the worst positions in the game that Ganondorf can really be in at that front, but yeah, counterpicking to a bigger stage this time. Oh god. Okay, good on OscarTakesSOULS right there. Now gonna take the stock at damn near 70%. Oh my god, you see Mr. E's just stand there for a second. He was like, that killed me.
Did I just die?
Damn. The turn into where it's gonna look. My goodness.
Yeah,
Ganondorf,
the word of the
baby.
day is death.
Man, Sesame Street has really just gone somewhere, hasn't it? Saying these kids are old enough to learn about these concepts. The word of the day is death again, man. Parents complained about it on that first episode. Second week in a row, though, Sesame Street don't give a damn. Twice in a row. Beautiful shield break on the part of Mr. E to take that stock once again, my friend. Saying anything you can do, I can do better once more.
Yeah, and again, at all facets of this game, man, Mr. E has just been on top of things. In advantage, in neutral, when things are reset, and especially on the ledge is where he's really been putting in work right now. As OscarTakesSOULS is looking for a soul to take right now, but unfortunately having a rough time of it.
Yeah, it's hard to dig. I mean, he's got to rely on stuff like that, Got to wait for those little breaks in the moment when your shield as Ganondorf is not getting hit. Because as a result, people get afraid of Ganondorf. He's considered not a very good character, but he's got that intimidation factor to a T because he does have some good options. You feel like you can mash against Ganondorf? Sometimes that's the case, and sometimes that's not really the case. You don't have, you have some of the slightly laggier moves like a sword character like Lucina has. You might just buffer a spot dodge or a roll after hitting his shield a couple of times, and guess what? That's what every Ganon main wakes up in the morning and prays happens to them when they go to bracket. They're like, man, I hope people buffer defensive options against me so I can smash attack them. But Mr. E did not do it enough times, and as a result, it's going to be 2-0 in their favor, playing the matchup very solidly and showing us all the tier list as he's going to advance 2-0 to winners semifinals to the top 8 of this bracket. Koopa, let's take a look at the replays.
Yeah, listen, a great display right there for Mr. E, and that was a nice edge right there. Again, just kind of hanging parallel, with OscarTakesSOULS to see what his defensive option was going to be, and again, the down smash right there from Oscar to get themselves back in the thick of things. But Mr. E, I feel like was just never in any sort of real danger this set. The shield break obviously is not going to do anyone any favors. You're essentially you're down 2 stocks the remainder of the game, and Mr. E will be moving on into winter semis here in Tunis. And again, good stuff to him. Mr. E, whenever he shows up to these Wi-Fi events, he always does really well. So, good on him. Love to watch him play, and hope we'll see what his draw is going to be in winter semis.
Every time